I'm here on the show floor at PAX East, inside the Indie MEGABOOTH, where Rob Manuel, our indie game master, has given me a list of games that I have to check out before I leave. So let's go check them out. Cool, so we're here with Alex, checking out Hyperlight Drifter. It's actually a game I backed personally on Kickstarter. I love the art style, and that was the thing that really got me.
Originally, I was making the game as like a fully illustrated style game, like 1080p or whatever, but it's kind of hard for one person to do that. So scaling it down to a smaller resolution, I wanted to retain that like sense of illustrative style. So that means a lot of color, a lot of shadow, a lot of depth, but in a very limited canvas. So it stems from my background as an illustrator.
If people aren't personally backing my Kickstarter history, tell us a little bit about the game.
Inspiration comes from a lot of sources. I mean, right off you can see it's overhead, top down, so a lot of like Secret of Mana, Legend of Zelda, that kind of like the old classic great RPGs of the SNES era. So anything from Square Enix is probably great back then. But a little more streamlined and much more in the vein of modern games. So new mechanics, much more fast-paced, no more clunky controls, a lot of very large environments, large structures, because we can take advantage of, limitless memory or, stuff like that. Horsepower for consoles and phones is much more than it was back in the day, so we can actually do some interesting things.
I think one of the things I like most about the game is how your character moves, just that style and how smooth it looks. Was that something that took a while to kind of dial in?
Yeah, it takes a lot of little animation flourishes and it takes a lot of field flourishes. So it's a combination of me. We had another guy come in and do some animation for us, Sean Ward, he's great. And Bo Blythe, who made Samurai Gun, was doing a lot of the programming and the feel of the game. So having a very fluid animation style to go along with the controls is very important to us.
He saw 4 temples located throughout Day's domain. They all appear to be connected to his own vitality, and if destroyed, it should weaken him enough to make passage over his lands possible.
Just got a chance to play A Ruse Awakening. Here's Johan telling us a little bit about the game.
We wanted to create something new for a platformer. We decided we had to do something new both for the gameplay and the look of the game. So we decided to put like a teleportation mechanic into the gameplay, where you can shoot your soul out of your body. We actually got that idea from Unreal Tournament. There was like a gun where you can shoot and teleport into enemies and kill them. So that's where we got that into the game. And the art style, we got like a really talented art director to hand draw everything that's on the screen. So a lot of work goes into that. We also been in contact with console guys, and we already got it working on PlayStation 3. We want to get it on PlayStation 4 too, then on Xbox One and Wii U. We have it running on NVIDIA Shield, so it works for Android, and then it's over on Surface over there.
So hopefully everyone will get to play, right? There's no reason not to play the game. Tell us a little bit about the game. You're on Oculus, and we're in space.
Yeah, so it's basically a throwback to X-Wing and TIE Fighter, like 2 of my favorite space sims that I ever played, and a little bit of Homeworld thrown in there too for good measure. And basically, like, you're the bad guy and you're moving through the universe and conquering it one system at a time. So right now what we're trying to do is we're trying to get a early access together for some time in like this summer. Basically, we want to be out for the dev kit 2s as everyone starts getting their new rounds of those. So we're hopefully have something that people can sit down and play for a couple hours and feel good about their purchase.
And how does the game work? Am I playing, do I pick one ship and is that my guy all the way through and I'm adding, proton torpedoes and stuff? Or is it like you pick a new ship every round?
So basically, like, you pick a faction at the beginning of the game, and you pick a house, so the Empire, and that determines like your starting fleet, like what weapons that you have, and each house prefers different things. So like you'll have like houses that are really fast, super light, like flying the A-Wings and X-Wing and TIE Fighter, but they might have only a certain kind of capital ship that follows them. So basically your fleet and your upgrades are going to be determined by what house that you pick.
Right now, if you had some advice for people that are going to get their hands on it, which house should they pick? What's your favorite house?
I like House Niall because they have the super big unguided bombs, and they're just super fun to like land on the little capital ships.
Cool, thanks. So we're here checking out World Zombie Nation, and it's this kind of mix of a real-time strategy if you're playing a human or a Zerg Rush if you're a zombie. Tell us a little bit about the game.
So it's the faction-based strategy game, and you choose your side, and you're fighting over all these cities around the world. And the human side is very much tower defense, and the zombies are the reverse. So the zombies are trying to attack and destroy the cities. And you make that choice up front, and you can work together with groups of people to try and take over different cities.
Glad you came back in one piece. Your mission on the Ludum Dare Galaxy was pretty damn successful, but it's time to get back to work.
Throughout the weekend, you're showing off 3 different scenarios and just showing off a little bit of the game. So hopefully people will come back and want to play over and over. But you said it's very difficult, right? It's one of those things that as a player at home, I would probably have to play through these campaigns multiple times to get the correct way, right?
Yeah, it is very difficult. I think that's one of the best appeals of the game, because it's something that it sticks on your head. Like, you're doing other things, like how can I solve that thing? And it has some replayability, because it is easier if you don't have feelings, if you just kill your partners or make some sacrifices. But the real challenge comes with you want to beat the game with nobody dying. You actually can solve all the game with nobody dying in the whole story.
Is it the type of situation where, I'll be able to go through and play, and then for like replay value, do you give us challenges where it's like, now make sure you don't kill anyone, or hack the thing in under 5 minutes? Is there going to be that replay value that adds different aspects to the game?
Yeah, we're going to add a challenge system, and which dares you to solve the puzzle in different ways. Like, we don't negotiate with the police, and if you do that kind of challenge, it doesn't only an achievement, but it comes with an unlockable item on a gallery, like concept art, soundtracks, and backstory, additional cinematics. So as the player solves the extra challenges, he also comes with a reward. It's not just an achievement system.
Cool. And what's your plan for release? Where are you guys at now, and when are people going to be able to play it other than at PAX?
Okay, we're going to release the game on June on Steam, Good Old Games, and Humble. It's going to be available for Mac, PC, and Linux.
Awesome. Well, I hope to be able to put that time in, and maybe next time I'll be able to save the hostages. So thanks for showing off the game. It looks awesome.
But you, son, you were born for it.